yes. They said that. But no, like I said, what I hated was not that people had differing opinions, but that everybody was like, it's blue and black.
Because it's not an opinion thing. It's an objective fact.
You're part of the problem.
It's an objective fact. It's blue and black.
You're proving my point.
Like, it's not an opinion.
You're proving my point.
Bio Brawley is the best thing since Frankenstein's monster is an opinion.
That's never what I said. I never said those words. I never said. Yo, gosh. I couldn't even do it.
Crack me up.
Okay, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Whatever We Want podcast. I am one of your hosts. I go by the name of Superjaz.
Superjaz.
As nature intended. SJ, JT, Jazz, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And as always, I am joined by the other host of the show.
Oh, y'all know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent, big ugly himself, Omari feogrande on YouTube. Sometimes referred to as Pete on this show. So
always referred to as Pete. No, anyway.
You have definitely called me Omari a few times.
I'm fucking around, bro. And yes, as I said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We do not lead this conversation. This conversation leads us, and we let these chips fall where they're made.
Every Wednesday.
Pete, what the fuck is that behind you, man?
Me.
What's that behind you? What's that behind you? Oh my God!
Ken?
What is that behind you?
See, the good thing is
you can actually see.
I can see my camera feed, and I can see the things that are behind me.
What's so funny is I forgot, obviously, duh, but I was gonna make it obvious anyway in how I said it, so you would know. So yeah. All right. So let's say that one day, after you get through with a shift, you come home,
Yeah.
Bro, there was nothing actually behind you.
No, I'm not. No. I'm looking for something. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay. Let's say after a shift, you come home and, you get on your computer, you start doing some shit, right? You just start, going on YouTube or other spaces on the internet. You sit back and you chill with a little bit of your adult beverage and some eats.
All right.
As one does. And you chilling, you watching, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, motherfucking Michael Myers comes in and puts you in a headlock. He's like, he's not squeezing to kill you. He's just squeezing to let you know he's there. He's just like, I want you to know I'm there. And then he does something very uncharacteristic of Mike Myers. He gets right in your ear and he whispers, milk. What would you do?
I have no idea. I might laugh. I might assume it's a friend of mine in a Mike Myers costume.
This is really Mike Myers, though.
Oh, well, then I'm dead.
But he's not squeezing to kill you.
He's not squeezing to kill me because he stabs people.
No. I purposely said he's not trying to stab you.
Okay, well.
So he's not trying to kill you.
I'll laugh. Cool story, bro. And then I move. I don't need Michael Myers to know where I live. Or are we talking about Michael Myers, the comedian?
No, Mike Myers. Wait. Who goes by one goes by Mike and one goes by Michael. Like being funny.
Michael's the killer.
So Michael Myers.
Yeah, I was being more facetious, as they say.
So Michael Myers put you in a headlock.
I don't know. I'd be scared because someone's trying to kill me. I don't care if he doesn't say he's trying to. That's what you think. Okay, me being strangled at the moment, am going to think he's trying to kill me, so I'm probably going to be scared as shit.
But then he lets you go.
And then I'm gonna be scared as shit because I will be able to turn around and see that it's Michael Myers. And then I'll probably assume it's a friend of mine, like, haha, you got me. And he's like, nah, nigga, I'm the real Michael Myers. Do you got some fucking milk? I'll be like, I can't drink milk, like, by itself. It don't agree with me. And he'll be like, well, then you're gonna die, nigga, and he'll kill me. So it's not gonna end well for me regardless. And if it does, I'm moving because I don't want it to happen again.
Shouldn't we be concerned even more so about the fact that Michael Myers, a white man, said nigga? No,
do you think a fucking murderer is gonna give a damn?
You gonna give a fuck about social contract and racism and shit? Oh man, it's like, wait a minute, hold on, Michael, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on, Michael, hold on. I know this is life or death situation. You serial killer, I could die. You know, you got borderline superhuman strength, but you put too much of a herb. No, let me just.
Speaking of which, I saw a video on Twitter a couple weeks ago where it was like a Ring video of like outside somebody's house. The person was black, but it was like a dude came up, ding dong, rang the doorbell.
The person who owned the house was black.
Yes.
Okay.
White guy comes up, rings the doorbell, bing bong, and guy comes out and he's like, hi, yes, I'm in the neighborhood, we're installing solar panels nearby and we're just going from door to door asking all the neighbors, I'm so sorry, that's not me, I meant to say neighbors. Look, no, I meant to say neighbors, and the black guy goes in the house and he's like kind of walks away dejected. But yeah, white guy said to the black guy that lives there, he's like, we're just going around asking all the neighbors.
You said it was a skit, though, not like real shit.
I don't know. I said I saw a clip.
I thought you said skit. Oh.
I saw a clip from a ring cam.
Oh.
It might have been staged because who the fuck mixes those words up at the same time?
Oh, no. I hope this was fake. Because I agree with you. Who would just do that?
And it's 2020. We have to assume everything's fake. But you look at other people, they say you have to assume everything's real if it's negative. So who knows?
22.
Yeah, post 2020 society, whatever. Still counts. We're in 2020 part 3, as far as I'm concerned.
2020.
Shit's supposed to start getting better soon. Like, hopefully.
2020, the sequel of the sequel.
Yeah.
So let me guess. 2023 is gonna be the reboot.
We'll find out at the end of January. After whatever the hell terrible shit happens in 2023 January, which hopefully is nothing, we'll find out if 2020 is finally over.
Fucking it's gonna be the reboot. Like, man, they should just stuck with the original. That's when if that happens, then you slap someone for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the original was worse.
Yes. 2020 ruined their lives.
What would you do
if your son was at home? Is that what you were asking?
What would you do if you went to sleep one time? And all this happens for real. This is like, as outlandish as it sounds, this is all real. Like, it's not like, no. You go to sleep. You're having a great dream. Everything's good. And all of a sudden, you feel some random entity internal within your dream of a certain Frederick Krueger chops off your penis.
Well, I wouldn't have a penis anymore.
What would you do?
Because what he does happens in real life.
What would you do?
I probably kill myself.
Oh, shit! That is not what I thought you were going to say.
I don't want to live life without one of these.
I wasn't expecting you to say anything.
I haven't even got the maximum amount of use out of it.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but I was like, again, just like last episode, the pause. I probably went, damn.
All right,
Like
so
kinetic effect.
yeah, I don't want to live without one. Now, obviously, there are people who do, and more power to you. I
Right.
don't.
Right, and that's fair.
I don't.
You wouldn't like try to warn motherfuckers, like your loved ones and even people that you may have like no ties to whatsoever.
In all
that,
honesty,
like, hey,
in all
Freddy Krueger
honesty,
is real, motherfucker.
in all honesty, I probably wouldn't even get the chance because I'd probably just bleed out, and
Bleed out from your groin.
there's a lot of veins that go down there for obvious reasons.
What would you do if you were like walking home one day?
What is
Really?
Is this because it's October now?
It's not October yet, goddamn.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's been October since Saturday.
Silly me. But no, it's not for that reason. It's just because I'm fucking tripping. And not like how they do in scary movies tripping.
Oh.
What would you do if you walking home one day, real again? Not like, no, real. You're walking home and then you just happen to see.
What is this real? Not like, and then you come out with fucking Freddy Krueger, Mike Myers, and whoever the fuck else you about to talk about.
I mean, like it's definitely real, as opposed to I could do this and this and this. I'm shortening the I could do this and this and this to just basically. But no, because I'm saying it's definitely real, because the obvious thing to say is like, well, if Freddy Krueger does that, then I just wake up because Freddy Krueger don't exist. So I'm assuming that's implied. Maybe it's not, and it's all up here.
Okay.
So I'm saying all this
So
shit.
I never thought like, okay, but go ahead. What would I do?
I'm thinking
Walking
all
down
this
the
shit,
street. It's real,
assuming
not like,
assuming that everybody is thinking like me, which is making me sound a lot crazier. This is real. And they're like, dang.
And I'm like, what? Did you respond with, Freddy Krueger shows up?
What would you do if you walking home one day, right? Bam.
And this is real, not like the.
I was about to say it. See, fuck you. But yes. And then as you round the corner on the sidewalk to get into your humble abode, blocking the entrance is Michael Myers and Jason shooting the dice game. Like right there. And you gotta like, excuse me, fellas, and step around them to get into your place.
Have they noticed me?
They notice you because you gotta step around them.
No, have they noticed me before I get to them? Do I notice them before they notice me?
Not for real. It might be one of those, like, you see somebody on the street, you do one of these. But not for real.
Oh, then I'm dead.
But their intent is not to kill. In this weird scenario.
Do I know that's their intent?
Probably not, no.
Then
No.
I'm fucking running. If I'm cool, if this is an everyday occurrence and they ain't killed me yet, and we cool, yeah, excuse me, fellas, I'm going inside. But this is Mike Myers and Jason. I'm dead. I'm running and I'm dying, because then it's just like, pray, and I can't pray fast enough.
They don't want to kill you in this scenario. They just Michael Myers and Jason in.
Well, that's why I said, do I know their intent or not?
No, you don't.
If I don't know their intent, I'm running, and then their hunter instincts will kick in, and they will kill me.
No, they won't, because their intent is not to kill. That's the point I'm making.
Intent and instinct, two different things.
Not gonna kill you, damn it. They're not gonna kill you in this instance.
Well, then I'm running.
You
and
may not know
dying.
it, but they're not going to.
I'm running and I'm not dying. And I'm gonna be like, yo, call a friend, hey, can I stay with you? Michael Myers and Jason are outside my house playing craps. And they'll be like, Omari, what are you smoking? I don't smoke. Well,
Nobody
what
would
you
believe
must
that,
be.
right?
Are you drinking? I can't. My alcohol's at my house where Jason and Michael Myers are in front shooting craps. And they'll be like, well, you can't come with us. And I'm like, well, fuck, I ain't got money for a hotel. Well, I'm gonna find something to do. I might just stay up all night.
Shooting dice like fellas on the block and shit, dude.
I might stay up all night and hope to God that they ain't there in the morning. And if they are, I'm just take a picture and be like, see, I told you these motherfuckers were outside my house shooting craps.
Fuck you mean hope that they not there in the morning? If I saw that shit, I wouldn't go back to that shit for probably a week. So I hope they not there. You got the courage to go back to that shit within 24 hours?
Well, theoretically, they ain't gonna play dice for 24 hours.
But that's how scared I would be.
And I would at the very least need to go back, or at least in range, to take a picture and be like, nah, these niggas is shooting dice.
What would you do about your job?
If I'm up long enough to where I have to go to work, I might just go to work the next day.
Just with what you got on and shit.
Yeah, and be like, what happened? You ain't gonna believe me.
And
Michael
no one
Myers
would.
and Jason were shooting craps outside my house.
Because it's bad enough this is Michael Myers and Jason, but
They'd be like, nigga, you crazy. And then they'd be like, nigga, you crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Apparently I am, right. What if in the new Halloween ends, right? That's gonna come out. What if in the new Halloween ends, what if Michael Myers finally talks and he has the stupidest fucking voice? He's like Jamie Lee Curtis is like, okay, Michael, this is where it ends. And he says, I knew you wanted to hurt me, Laurie.
You can't do shit to me, Laurie.
Be like, wait, hold on, wait a minute.
It ends here. What's it all?
What'd you say?
It ends here. What's it all?
It ends. I'd be like, hey, what? This big imposing ass fucking like entities like what? Have you seen the first Halloween?
Yes.
All the way through?
Yes.
Yeah, think about it. Must have been a long time.
Yes. I'm not a big horror guy.
Me either. I just think that it's a very well-made movie, but me either.
We had to have done a horror. We did a comedy horror.
But this guy hasn't seen.
Yeah.
Shout out to this guy.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Feogrande channel, go check it out.
Starring Taika Waititi.
Oh, word.
And I think it's also directed by Taika Waititi. It's like early 2000s, I want to say, or maybe 2013 or some shit. But the bottom line is, it was a while ago, Taika, and it was good. It was weird, but it was good. It's definitely its own brand of comedy. It was one of the many things I initially misnomered as British comedy, only to eventually realize I don't know what British comedy means. It's just that's another running joke on there alongside Membered Favorably of things where I'm like, yeah, British comedy, so I don't really understand it that much, but the jokes I get is like that. They're like, it wasn't British, Omari. Oh.
I mean, I think British comedy, other than actually being comedy that came out of the fucking UK and Great Britain and shit, but I think British comedy is like people somewhat make it synonymous with absurdist.
Okay.
You don't know what absurdist is?
I don't even know what British comedy means.
No, absurdist would be, to explain it, would be something that is like so abnormal in its approach and so off the rails in a sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It still manages to have a certain comedic level to it. Like
it's more of a mockumentary.
Like obviously Monty Python, because it was from Britain, but Monty Python was very absurdist in a sense with how, like, I haven't seen all that Monty Python. I've seen like clips and heard about it, but like what they would do is they would like certain jokes they would keep going. I could be wrong as fuck with what I'm saying, but they would keep going. They would keep certain jokes.
I've
going.
seen some Monty Python stuff. The Life of Brian.
I haven't seen it. Those are considered some of the best movies ever made. I haven't seen it.
So I saw The Life of Brian in high school. I saw Holy Grail. Almost called it Knights at a Round Table. Look, Holy Grail in college. I need to rewatch those because both times I fell asleep. Fair enough.
Reflect how I did it. Anyway.
That was good. I'll give you that. I didn't know they gave you mustaches with screaming Sicilian pizzas.
You can read that from that far away.
You're right in front of the camera.
But I'm not this fucking close. In the back of the box.
Can you read that on the bottle?
I mean, your fucking pop filter's in the way. I know it says knob. And then there's something blocking creek, I'm assuming it says, but it's something blocking.
Nothing's blocking creek.
From where I'm sitting.
It's literally right. From where you're sitting, you'd see the same thing I would see because it's a fucking camera. It's literally underlining
something is blocking creek, you motherfucker, you. Something is blocking creek.
Nothing's blocking creek. It's underlining creek.
How you going to tell me what I'm seeing with my eyeballs?
Because I can see what you're seeing with your eyeballs. Because I can see it too.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you
see
can't.
the same camera feed that I see.
There is
That's the thing with Zoom.
Look. It's like say this says screaming, right?
Yeah.
This is how much I see of creek.
No.
Okay, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Say this says CEO.
No winning.
Say this says CEO Fighting Game Championships. Creek is underlining. Oh my God! Come into focus, you fucking camera.
You got the glare from your ring light. Yo.
God, shit it. All right.
Your ring light glare is fucking up your fucking erroneous point.
All right, so hey. Call me Moses.
Yay, ring light glare. Keep him honest.
How does it keep me honest, nigga? It's underlining it.
Not honest. Keep him on track. Keep him on point.
God damn it.
Some of our viewers some of our continuing viewers remember that from the last episode.
God damn it. All right, Febreze fabric.
That ass.
This is underlining. Can I have bad hand-eye coordination, clearly. No, it's underlining.
Shit.
It's underlining it. It's not blocking this. And what you were doing would be blocking. It's right here. Underlining.
I only see the top of like the very of the letters for CREEK.
You can see the whole letters.
Can you go grab the bottle and bring it closer?
It says Knob Creek.
No, I know it says Knob. I know Knob Creek is alcohol. I know what it says, but can you grab and bring it closer? I'm trying. So all of you, only you need to be watching, right? That's the whole point of this conversation, at least in this moment.
It's a camera feed. Zoom shows you the camera feed.
You bring this closer because I gotta see something. Yeah. Okay.
While I'm over here, the thing I was looking for earlier. Can I find it?
Now he's over here grabbing some shit. Okay, yeah. Grab your other shit. You grab the knob. All right. Okay. I need to see something. Okay.
Knob Creek.
I could not either I could either I could only see the top of Creek, or from that far away I couldn't read Creek. But it's letting me know too. I think I can only see the top, but also Creek being that much smaller, no, I couldn't read it. I just know Knob Creek exists.
See, right here, I'm doing what you're claiming. What's it say before straight bourbon? Exactly.
Kentucky?
Oh, you can read that.
Because it's bobbing in and out.
You're bobbing.
Yeah.
Don't you bob Creek? Anyhow.
Robert Creek, he was a great man. He lived a long life. Very rewarding. Such a wonderful man.
This is some, is it white and black or blue and gold shit?
See, we're not gonna do that. Well, real quick. What I hated about the white and gold or blue and black shit with the dress wasn't that people didn't agree with the color or not. It was, if you said what you thought it was and somebody disagreed, it was, well, I think it's blue and black. No, you dumb motherfucker. That's just white and gold. Now go die in a ditch. It was like, yo, everybody who had a differing opinion was like, how fucking dare you say opposite? That's what I hated about that shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so that said Knob Creek.
Okay, what were you gonna say? Okay. This is called dead air, which we try to prevent.
Yeah. No, how is it dead air if you're talking?
I'm talking to Phil, you dumbass. You ready? What the fuck? Oh, reverse psychology ass bitch.
Well, yes, that's because it's clearly,
Are you gonna tell me that it says Knob Creek? I know it says Knob Creek.
I'm talking about the Knob Creek. Talking about the dress, and it's clearly like blue and black.
See, we're not about to do this. We're not about to do this. We're not
blue
about
and
to do
black.
this. We're not about to do
That's
this.
why people said other people were stupid. It's blue and black. Now, to be
like
fair,
I said,
it all depends on the goddamn lighting. But I believe the actual color is blue and black.
It was, yes. They said that. But no, like I said, what I hated was not that people had differing opinions, but that everybody was like, it's blue and black.
Because it's not an opinion thing. It's an objective fact.
You're part of the problem.
It's an objective fact. It's blue and black.
You're proving my point.
Like, it's not an opinion.
You're proving my point.
Bio-Brawly is the best thing since Frankenstein's monster is an opinion.
That's never what I said. I never said those words. I never. You are really good at slickly switching shit up. I never said that shit. Yes, I said Bio-Brawly is somewhat of a retelling of Frankenstein's monster, or at least reminds me of it. I never said it was the best thing since. You slow that shit down. The best thing since. I wish I would say some asinine, stupid ass take like that.
That'd be asinine, acid 10, acid 11, acid 12.
Yeah.
I knew this one girl who was an acid 12, if you know what I'm saying.
I liked me some Bio-Brawly. I'm not gonna say it's the best thing since Frankenstein's monsters suck every part of my dick. The fuck out of here with that stupid shit. The fuck? I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on this. I can't get over that you actually. What were you saying?
What? That I thought it was blue and black? Are you about to make your white and gold argument?
I had to stop myself in the Bio-Brawly rant. I had to restrain myself. I had to restrain myself and keep going down that rabbit hole.
Bottom line is, if someone were to say that, that would be an opinion.
That would be some stupid ass shit.
Blue and black is just objective fact. So,
okay, I'll just say
move on. That's why I'm just saying that's why people got so vitriolic. That's like if you were to tell me my shirt was white. It's red. It's clearly red.
I will say this.
It has a white bird on it. Yes, I made a bad example for a separate color.
I wasn't going to say that. What I was going to say was I will say this. The thing about the dress was, even though it was blue and black for real because they said it. The thing about it that made it so interesting was how many people, which was a lot of people that only saw.
Yeah, that was wide scale.
The country, shit, probably the world, but the country definitely was split pretty much down the middle of white, gold, blue, and black.
I was mad for all of I wasn't even mad. I was debating it for all of 30 minutes before I looked at it from a different angle and I realized, oh, it's a lighting thing.
I never debated that shit. Like I had conversations with people about it. I never debated. And like I said, I saw everybody, like I said, doing what I just said they do. You stupid ass bitch. I bet your motherfucking mama, she should have got a tubes tied with your old fucking weak pussy ass fucking face. Ass blue and black. Ass white and gold. And it was like, it ain't that serious, yo. You should get punched in the titty and then left out to dry on a fucking, like the railroad and run over by a train. Like, yo.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got that serious with it. I kind of hammed it up for the sake of the bit with this, but I never got that serious.
And if all us eagle-eyed viewers or very astute listeners would notice that I never said what I thought it really looked like.
Yeah, how would that be eagle-eyed?
I said or astute listeners. I caught myself.
If you hadn't done astute listener, I'm like, yeah, how would that be eagle-eyed? I thought you were gonna be like, I thought you were, when you said eagle-eyed, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were just gonna go into us eagle-eyed viewers would know that it was white and gold the whole time, and I was gonna be like, you son of a bitch.
I never said what I thought it looked like.
Fair.
What was the other one? Yandi or some shit where it's like you listen to the audio clip and it sounded like it said Yandi or something else. I forget what it is. Somebody watching might know.
X-Pac or Make Some Noise. I mean,
which is fucking hilarious. I thought that shit said X-Pac forever.
I can force myself to hear Make Some Noise, but I have to force myself.
I only hear Make Some Noise now, but when I was younger,
X-Pac.
When I was younger, I only heard X-Pac.
I only hear X-Pac.
Now I only hear Make Some Noise.
Fair enough. Well, it's part of when we crossed into the alternate dimension, where Baron's...
don't start this motherfucking Mandela Effect shit.
Exactly.
The Mandela Effect is for, as my brother would say, although he gets a little more like, a little upset about it, but the Mandela Effect is pretty much people that don't want to admit that they misremembered shit.
Okay.
That's all. Because it's like, yeah, okay. Oh shit. Nelson Mandela actually got let out of prison and died a free man. I thought he died in prison. It's like, just say you misremembered, bitch. That's all. The Berenstain. Just say you misremembered. It's okay.
I've always seen it as Berenstain, but I always pronounced it Berenstein because when I was a kid, that's how someone told me it was pronounced. And I'm like, that's weird. They spell it Berenstain, but okay, they're the Berenstein Bears. And I just stuck with that.
It's spelled with an A, isn't it?
Yeah, it's spelled Berenstain. I saw that as a kid, but, I also saw Kniffy, and people told me that's just pronounced knife. So, what do I know? I'm a kid. So, I guess that's Berenstein in that case.
I know good and goddamn well if you pronounce the K in that word, you did not pronounce it Kniffy. If anything, you pronounced it knife. There is no fucking way that by the time you learned how to say the word knife, you did not know.
You learned how to say knife in kindergarten, so whatever.
But no, there's no way.
You learned it at the same time you're learning letters.
There's no way that you did not know that if there's a vowel, a consonant, and a vowel, that the first vowel, you say the name of it. There's no way you said Kniffy. There's no way.
Wait, is that how that works?
You know that. You fucking know that. Don't tell me that you were today years old when you actually put two and two together on how to do that. There's no fucking way. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Because I don't agree.
The English language has several fucking rules that it establishes and then breaks on several occasions. But, yeah, if you have a vowel...
Like nutrition isn't nutrition.
That's not a vowel and then a consonant and then another vowel.
ITI is in that. That's a vowel, a consonant, and a vowel.
A vowel, who and a vowel? A vowel, who and a vowel?
You heard me.
I know. That's why I need you to repeat that bullshit. Consonant? That's what you said.
League. There's an A, a G, and then a U. You don't pronounce neither of those motherfuckers. You pronounce the E.
The English language has several fucking rules that it establishes and then breaks. Which is why they say that if English is not your first
language, it's not
language,
dragon.
Which is why they say if English is not your first language, English is one of the hardest languages to learn.
But that's just not a rule. It happens. It's a commonality.
The English language has several rules that it establishes.
That was never. I've never heard that rule in my life.
I very much heard that growing up when I was learning how to read and write.
Now, IFE being IF, sure, I can see that as a rule.
It's the reason why they say that CH makes a ch sound, but then you have words like character and chlorophyll and shit like that.
I'll give you that.
Chameleon.
Okay.
But then you have words like cherish.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
what did the British say? Do they say chameleon? Cheritor?
I don't think so.
I mean, they formed a language. Like, we call it H, but they call it H. Apparently, that's how you're supposed to pronounce the letter.
It's not our fault that we were born into a world where
I'm saying English language.
But I'm saying it's not our fault. It's not our fault that we were born into a world where the people who created the language.
Now, we have our own. We have our own rules because we're America, and that's how we do things. Cacao, flag, etc. America, but technically the English language, they might actually follow all their rules. We take letters out of stuff over here. You know, color's supposed to be spelled with a U.
Yeah, just like favorites.
Exactly. But fuck that. Why do we need that? We need to take the K out of knife. Get rid of all these silent letters.
Honestly, I don't know why there are K's in front of N's in a lot of words. But hey, this is the life we live, so yeah.
Because racist.
K in front of N's. Really? That's where your mind went? What is wrong with you?
I couldn't even say it seriously.
No, not this case.
No, like the KKK, not a slur that begins with K. I was thinking white people, and
I think everybody knew where you were going.
Oh, okay.
So, I repeat. It won't play it.
Don't you FBI open up me.
It won't play it. It won't play it.
All right, in other news.
It played it and it won't do it again.
In other news, I meant to mention this last week.
FBI, open up!
I'm already moving on.
No, I know. I had to get it to do it. That's what he said.
In other news, last week, I forgot to mention it, but a couple weekends ago was CEOTaku. It's a fighting game tournament. If you've seen this show, you might have heard me mention CEO. I might even be wearing a hat from one of the events. I am from the one this summer. Nigga, you've been to a CEO your damn self. Shut up.
You even told me that everybody wanted me to come back one time, but I just haven't been in the opportunity to come back. I had a lot of fun.
CEOTaku is CEO, but with predominantly anime games or anime themed games. I went naturally because it's in the same state that I'm in. And
did it cost a lot to get into it?
No. I didn't enter this time. I was pure spectator all weekend.
Okay.
It's about $55 for a spectator badge, for a 3-day spectator badge.
3 days? That's cool.
Yeah, I stayed at the hotel with a friend just to make going back and forth easier. And Ubering back and forth would have costed me about the same amount as going there, and I wouldn't have been able to spend as much time having as much fun.
Okay.
That said, It was a fun experience. I just doing the spectator thing. Got to watch a lot of matches. Friday, I had to go after work because I didn't want to not get paid for a day just to have fun this weekend since I wasn't competing. Because that would have just ended up costing me more money in the long run.
Miss out on money to spend money, right?
Exactly. Saturday, Friday night, I was down there. I saw they set up a karaoke thing, having fun, because apparently Japanese PS4s come with a built-in karaoke system.
You missing out on the fun being American. What the fuck?
Right. But there are people doing karaoke Friday every night, pretty much, Friday and Saturday. Maybe not Sunday night because that's the last night, but Friday, Saturday, maybe Thursday night. I wasn't down there Thursday. Saturday, hung out with some friends, played some games with a buddy of mine. There's this game called One-on-One The Basket. It's a Japanese PlayStation 1 game that's basketball themed. It's fucking silly as fuck. It's kind of like NBA Jam or Street meets fucking Japan. And some people like to say it's kind of like mixed with a fighting game in the sense that you do weird, motion controls. Sorry, I'm trying to cut off the words, but that kind of shit to do different shit on the court. And that's one thing. But what I love is for it to be like a one-on-one, or there's a 2v2 mode, for it to be a one-on-one / 2v2 street ball game, they follow a lot of basketball rules like goaltending, traveling, double dribbling, out of bounds, etc. But they also have characters that just blatantly cheat. There's a nigga with wings who can literally just fly across the court and put the ball in the hoop.
He's not traveling.
Now
he didn't take more than 2 steps.
Now, if you catch him on his liftoff, and because he can go one way or another, if you move into position to catch him when he's trying to fly and you block him, then he gets called for a travel because you stop him from moving. And it's like, oh, you traveled. There's also a dude who has a squirrel on his head. And for the longest, I thought it was just aesthetic, but no. He has a move where he can put the squirrel on his hoop. Like, the squirrel will jump from his head to the hoop he needs to aim it at, and any shot he throws in that direction, the squirrel will knock it in there for him.
So it's like it's a weird way to get an automatic basket.
Yes, and he can also put it on the opponent's hoop, so it automatically blocks a shot.
So it's
literally cheating. It's literally a goaltending squirrel that they don't call goaltending on.
It's a weird way to either get an automatic basket or stop you from getting a basket.
Mm-hmm. Now, luckily, when it's on the hoop, it has like a little bit of time before it just comes back off, and you just literally have to wait for it to get off. But still, he could steal it, and there's no fouls. There's no fouls, so you can just straight up tackle people. You can slide tackle. You have like special dunks with all these characters and stuff. I played a character called Dr. T because he dresses like a basketball player, like with the jersey, shorts, backwards, cap. But he looks so fucking goofy because he's like hella short and he's got a big ass head and it just like a weird look on his face where I'm just like, this guy looks hilarious. And his name is Dr. T. And he cracks me up because when he scores, sometimes he'll do like a after scoring, and this is in like the 90s.
he was halfway dabbing before dabbing.
Yeah, and then they have like weird. And if you win like a team game, they have like little weird like win poses where it'll just be like. Or moving back and forth. It's silly. But it's a very fun game is what I'm trying to get here. I was playing a lot of that on Saturday. What's up?
I was like, what was Dr. T's special?
Well, he had a few. The only ones that I was able to do was a dunk where he could he can jump deceptively high. He's very short. He's the shortest character in the game, but he can still dunk from the free throw line. with like a 360 dunk. He also has a dunk where he does like a front flip, tosses the ball up and knocks it in with his head. It's silly. There's other characters that do other things, but that was a fun game. One character has a move where he goes for a dunk, but grabs onto the hoop and then comes in with the other hand to dunk. So it's kind of like a fake out if you're trying to block.
That's cool.
His name is King. But yeah, so that was that. There was also, then I went, got some food, came back, and played some other game with him for a bunch of hours and just kind of hung out with him the rest of the time on Saturday. And then eventually fucking the karaoke started, and just, there was like maybe 3 good singers that did karaoke that night.
How many people were there? About?
I don't know, man. I wasn't counting.
No, but I mean,
it wasn't like a giant crowd. It wasn't a main event to do karaoke. It was just like in a side room. But the people up there weren't a lot that could actually sing, and there were a decent percentage of them that were drunk off their asses. One dude was way too drunk.
Typically karaoke.
And some people, they needed to put a little bit more restriction on who could go up on stage when, because some people were just turning songs into duets that weren't meant to be, pissing off the people that went up there to perform. One girl got so mad about it, she literally ranted on Instagram about it. It was hilarious, because she knew my friend.
Wait, oh, you mean like?
She got pissed that a dude just randomly hijacked her song to do a duet. She was trying to do the song on her own.
And the other was saying, and then the dude just picked up the second mic and just joined her?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That's bold.
Right?
That's why I was like, you mean that people were like, jumping the line? I thought, see, I didn't know
there were people jumping up on stage like, oh, this is a cool song. I know this song too. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know if you know the song Snake Eater. But
Snake Eater. Yeah.
You do? Okay. I'm surprised.
It's the opening song to Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, I'm just surprised because I didn't think you played Metal Gear Solid games.
Sounds like a Bond song, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just surprised because I don't think I've ever heard you reference Metal Gear Solid in my life. But yes, that song, which is sung by a singular female, and a female who apparently had wanted to do this at karaoke since the last CEOTaku, which was in 2019 before the world stopped. She's like, I finally get to do this, and some dude just comes up there, blah, 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 dunk off my ass.
Fucked up.
And then another dude went up there, the song Everybody Wants to Rule the World. You know, blah, da, 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 da. There was a dude who was drunker than the first guy. Went up there to sing with them, and he didn't even really know the words. He's just like, wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world, while the other guy's trying to actually sing the song.
See, that's when the shit, like, karaoke, everybody's always drunk, right? For the most part. Like, a lot of people with karaoke are always drunk. A lot of people with karaoke can't sing. One of the big things with karaoke is that you pick the song. Even you can't sing, but you pick a song that everybody knows, so all y'all sing it together, or at least they recognize it. That's what happens a lot. Or you can fucking sing, and then you go up there and you fucking kill it. But it ruins the fun of karaoke.
Yeah, like whenever anybody had a Linkin Park song, the whole people, they'd first be like, oh my God, we're going back to 2005. But within the first verse, everybody's just...
But it ruins the fun when you got them motherfuckers at karaoke that, like you said, are, wants to rule the... That ruins the fun, dude. Because it's like, come on. Like,
nigga, why'd you even come up on stage?
Give me a little bit. Like, what the fuck?
Have some of the idea what the song is. Like, if I went up there and, like, hummed, or I just tried to fucking harmonize at the very least, like, okay, he'll sing the majority parts, and then I just come in to be the background. It's like the high-pitched guy in the background, like...
like when we did
everybody, you know,
when we did karaoke back in the day, and I remember one time somebody went up and did a Ja Rule song. Now, obviously, anybody know what the fuck Ja Rule was saying in most of them verses. So what he did, which was actually funny, was he said, "Well, what I do without my baby?
What would I do without my baby?"
And then when it came down to the Ja Rule shit, I never shit. Like he did something like that. Yeah. That was acceptable because it was funny.
important to go. Inseparable. Fucking love Ja Rule.
So,
I don't, but he was hilarious.
When you go up and do that shit, it ruins the fun. I definitely give you that.
But karaoke ended up happening, and then my buddy, I've referred to him on this show as Yuki. Yuki's a character. He's a character. He just is. His existence is a character. Everybody needs somebody like him in their life. He's, cool person. He's a lot of my Vegeta related apparel that I've worn on this show, like the feogrande hat or the Vegeta shirt and stuff like that, I've gotten from him at various garbage days. And he's also just been a good friend and stuff like that. That said, dude's a character and he knows it. And he went up there and he also loves him some fucking memes. And at an anime themed convention, he's like, I know a meme from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. At the end of one of the parts of JoJo's, the ending song, like for the end credits, for some reason, because it had nothing to do with the show, the ending song was Jodeci's Freakin' You.
That was the credit song?
The end credit song for one of the seasons, like the first end credit song, was Jodeci's Freakin' You.
And it was on a few episodes.
Every time I close my eyes,
yeah,
I wake up feeling so horny. Yes. They've had other real songs that were ending songs for their other parts, but that one made literally no sense. Like part 3, where they go to Egypt, literally had Walk Like an Egyptian as an ending. Okay, that makes sense. Jodeci's Freakin' You had nothing to do with part 5. I'm not sure why that was the ending theme for like the first part of it, but for the first part of part 5, but it was.
Was there a through line story of like characters being like
it had nothing to do with it. There's not even a romance storyline.
I'm grasping his straw.
People thought it was going to be Gangsta's Paradise because the guy who wrote JoJo said he listened to that song a lot when he was writing that part of the story. So people were expecting it to be Gangsta's Paradise.
That's funny too.
And that part has a lot to do with like mafioso kind of gangster shit. So, okay, you're trying to be a gangster. All right, I hear you. But no, it was Freakin' You. And Yuki went up there and he did that song. And it was hilarious. And he did okay. He's good. He's good enough. He was better than half the drunk people. I wouldn't say he was like voice of an angel and nothing, but it was a respectable performance. And then he also, like I said, the man's well aware that he is a character and he has great comedic presence about him. And so he went up there. He also hammed it up and stuff. And I'm like, I don't need to see Adam doing some of these motions. But it's hilarious.
That's what karaoke's all about.
He was dressed as a guy named Adam. But yeah, I'm like, I don't need to see this doing that. But yeah, Yuki was hilarious. So that was also when I'm like, okay, I need to leave. It's 3 a.m. and we got Yuki on stage doing this.
How long was the shit lasting if it was already?
It lasted till like 5.
Jesus.
Because the guy, I was gonna like, cause I figured there'd be like 3 more. There were like 3 more songs, and the guy had he's like, I'm done. I gotta wake up in the morning. Apparently, the dude running it had to be in one of the top 8s on Sunday, so he's like, I gotta stop. And
Jesus Christ.
And then, but he can't say no to titties, cause some girls kept walking up asking him to be like, please, can you just give me one more song? Can you just add me? Fine. Then another girl would walk up, and then eventually he's like, okay, fine, fuck it. One more round of song request. If you want to request something, request it now. After that, I'm not adding anything else. I'm like, well, I can't stay up to the end now. And so I went back to my room. But they had some booths where you can buy stuff. They have them at normal CEOs too. And I walked past the booth that had motion stickers. What are motion stickers? They're like stickers, but when you are one way, it looks one way. When you look at it from another angle, it looks something else.
Kind of like the Mona Lisa. No, completely different. I thought you meant something else. No, I thought you meant like, no, because the Mona Lisa's eyes follow you wherever you go. If you didn't know that, like if you, but you mean it has different images.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
My bad.
This is Virgil from Devil May Cry And I thought it was a cool sticker because it's Virgil with a giant X on him, like from Marvel versus Capcom 3. And when you look at him from a different angle, activates X Factor and his swords. Can you actually see that? Because I can on my camera.
I can.
Not sure if...
I can.
Okay, cool.
There's a little bit of ring light glare or whatever.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to see it at all if I didn't have the light on. So
I can see it. Yeah.
So I was like, that's a cool thing, but that's not enough to make me buy something. I think I'm gonna, because I went there saying I was gonna get something One Piece or X-Men related, and I'm like, it's an anime convention, not a lot of X-Men stuff's gonna be there, so I'm probably gonna be able to save my money. And then I was getting ready to leave, and then I saw her. Come on.
The light
Come on.
is really in the way.
Come on. No.
The light is really in the way.
There we go.
Storm?
Is that Storm? Of course it's Storm.
Well, I couldn't see because of the light.
Well, I moved it, and you said it once I moved it to where you could.
I see it now.
It's Storm, Aurora Monroe herself. When you move her, she's doing it's hard to see if I turn it the other way. You can barely see him here. You can barely see him, but there's little ice crystals like her Ice Storm Super. I didn't even see what her motion thing was. I just saw it was 90 Storm, and I was like, God damn it, you have my money. And then by the time I had bought stuff, I was like, by the time I went to actually buy it and cave to buy it, they also had a fucking cable. God damn it.
A ring light.
Yeah.
Hold it closer to the camera.
Well, it'll be closer to the ring light at that point. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, see, that's better.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's cable. And he either has zero, it's like Marvel versus Capcom 2. And he either has 0 meter and he's just chilling, or he's got max meter and his gun kind of becomes a hammer. I don't know why his gun becomes a hammer because it does it in the game. But I guess it's just more like you're fucking dead. He's got 5 meters, which in MVC2, Cable's got 5 meters, and you weren't blocking when he decided to use Air Hyper Viper Beam, you're dead.
I used to like the dudes every now and then, and I was never at Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Neither was I.
But I used to like to do, back when it was in the arcade, get team big gun specials.
Cable, Iron Man, War Machine?
Yeah.
That's a fun team.
Iron Man and War Machine had the big guns, and then Cable had just the
Hyper Viper. Yeah, Cable had the Hyper Viper Beam. Iron Man had the Proton Cannon, and War Machine had his own Sunday Best Proton Cannon, which was missiles instead of a giant laser.
But I had a weird thing ever since I was a kid. I would Captain America, Spider-Man, and Strider Hybrid in that order.
And then I needed a 4th one because I wanted to make money. This is Kai Kisuke from Guilty Gear.
I wanted to make money.
I want to save money. There's a deal.
Save money. Okay.
There's a deal on them. This is Kai Kisuke from Guilty Gear, and this is him in Dragon Install. And I was like, I played Kai in every game that's not Shrive, which is ironically the one where he has Dragon Install. But I like Kai. That's a 4th sticker. There was a deal for 4 stickers for $28. Now the lady who ran it, who I will plug and give her name, I'm not just gonna not do that. She had a thing at the tournament where it's if you buy a motion sticker or 2, you get these little tags you can put on your badge, and they had little various fighting game related things. This one says I wake up, and it has the Shoryuken motion on it. So it's I wake up with Shoryuken all the time. For those of you who don't understand what that means, it's if you get knocked down, first thing you try to do as you're coming off the ground, you wake up with the uppercut move. And it's generally seen as a very scrubby thing to do. That's a sign that you're not a good player. But there are a lot of good players that do it. And sometimes you have to do it because in 90% of the games that have the move that this is referencing, or a move of that archetype, it has invincibility on its startup. So it's good to get people off of you if they're applying a lot of pressure. So sometimes it's good to wake up DP, even if people will tell you it's not smart, because if someone blocks it, you're left very vulnerable and you'll die anyway.
You know what's funny? I was gonna say real quick, my brain went from some like peppy positive shit like I wake up good or healthy or whatever. Like I wake up, sure you can.
Yes. I wake up DP or whatever. And I had another one that my buddy X also got because he brought up a good point that a lot of people who went to UCF and played in the arcades playing Capcom versus SNK 2 and like had this same thing where it's I wake up super, where you use your super special move on wake up, which like Dragon Punch is seen as a very scrubby thing to do because it leaves you wide open if they block it, but it's also good to do in certain situations because depending on how strong the super is, it has invincibility and gets them to fuck off of you if they press the button on your wake up. But that's where the mind games come in. That's fighting games in general. And I actually, after beating my buddy that I was playing the basket with, because we ended up playing some other like obscure Japanese fighting game that variable GO2 that he had. I hadn't seen it before that day. I beat him one round, waking up with a super and killed him. And then I just took my badge because I had put it on there and I just held it up. I was like, I wake up super. And he's like, you son of a bitch. It's right in front of my arms. But yes, the lady who did it, Wave-chan.
Hold it a little bit closer.
Well, there we go. It's like blurry if I hold it close.
Oh, it won't come into focus. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Wave-chan. She apparently has a Twitch. She has Wave Store at Etsy.com. Instagram, Wave-chan art, Twitter. Something I can't read. But there you go. Bottom line is, she's the one who had these stickers. And yeah, cool stickers. And she had some, I think my Giovanna keychain was also by her that I got at CEO. So really good artist. So shout outs to her, bought her stuff, and it was cool. Have we been going for more than an hour already?
I wasn't going to cut you off. I was going to let you finish, but yes, I was about to wind down the second that you paused.
Oh, okay.
We're like maybe an hour, a minute, hour two.
I got too wrapped up talking about the stickers. I didn't even get to talk about Top 8 Day. No, if I were to continue, it would take a bit more time than just we have allotted.
We're at about an hour, 2 minutes now.
All right.
But yeah, so all that being said, if you want to follow us on our respective
I'll explain that in some other video, but I just needed to say that.
If you want to follow us on our respective socials, obviously, of course, go find Wave-chan. Apparently, shout out to her, WAVECHAN. Go check that out. But also, if you want to follow us on our respective socials, then you can go ahead and look me up. And that'll be under the name Superjaz, which is spelled SUPERJAZ. Anywhere you stream your music, I go ahead and I get my rap on from time to time. I'm an MC. Go ahead and check out the debut solo album that I dropped last year under the name My Secret Identity. You may have to put in Superjaz, My Secret Identity, because I'm not so famous yet. Also, go ahead and check me out on Twitter under the handle Superjaz2, which would be Superjaz number 2. And of course, you can go ahead and find and follow me on Instagram under the name Forever Superjaz. The word forever, of course, spelled correctly. Where can they find you?
Well, obviously, you can find me here every week, every Wednesday on the Whatever We Want podcast. You can also find me elsewhere on Twitter and Twitch at CEOTavi. That is GIOTAVI. Come on in, stop on by. And if you thought I forgot to say it, no. You can also find me elsewhere on YouTube under feogrande. That is FEO Grande. I got some videos over there, including videos done with an individual who's been mentioned numerous times and been a guest on this show a couple times as well. Bill Smith. We talk about movies we haven't seen, one or the other hasn't seen. We even call it the series this guy hasn't seen. I'm gonna start framing it as a podcast because that's kind of what we're doing here, but we're talking about movies. And I think calling it a podcast will help with expectations when people watch it. Because they're like, it's so long. Why? But it's more of a podcast, and it's fun. It's a good time. It's literally each week, one of us is adding a new experience to the other's life. So, and I've been enjoying it as much as I've been enjoying this with Superjaz. And yeah, it's been fun. Check it out.
And of course, shout out to the fact that we cannot shut the hell up about wrestling. So we went ahead and made a podcast about wrestling. So every month on the first Sunday, we have First Sunday Wrestling, where on this exact same channel, we talk about all the things in the previous month, wrestling wise. So yeah. All that being said, whether it be about these stickers and Wave Chan and how dope Wave Chan is, whether it be about Knob Creek and if you can read it or not from that far away, or the color of the damn dress.
That was this episode, too. That's hilarious.
What the fuck are we gonna talk about next time?
Whatever we want. Huh.
Be nice to yourself, everybody. I'm gonna go scrub my balls.
I miss this. If you know why I'm holding this up and saying "huh," you know.
But that's the ooh and then the ooh when I said that.